Yep, we are live. Oh man, this is so good. Fiore d'Ambra. So good. Well, still no one is here. Mm, Outstanding. Oh, we have already three people here. Oh, man, so good. There. Hello, Robin. Yes, everything's fine. Just finished recording two videos. Hello, Martin. Greetings. Well, Heather, I'm smelling a lot of fragrances because, like I was saying, I just finished record two videos, and well, my scent of the night is Fiore d'Ambra by Profumo Roma. It was my first fragrance from this house. Man, it's so good. It's so narcotic. It's ambery. It's fantastic. I love this one. And the other fragrance that I was smelling is Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. It's one of my all-time favorites. It's a classic already. Man, so good. Still makes me smile. So yeah, for now these were the two fragrances that I was smelling. But what we have here more. Today I received L'Air de Désert Marocain from Belgium. Very happy. Oh, nice. Very good purchase. I mean, that's a masterpiece right there. It's a reference between amber fragrances and it's fantastic. I love that one from Andy Tower. Uh, Hello, Jude. Greetings. On first one, you mean Fiore d'Ambra? Yes, it has opium even. It's very narcotic. It's very spicy. Has even a floral accord, even a tea vibe. Um, I love it. How do you feel about Creed fragrances? Overpriced, maybe overrated. Uh, I like them. I have two fragrances. I have Millésime Imperial and Virgin Island Water. But I mean, while they are good fragrances, very good fragrances for summer, but overall, Creed as a house doesn't inspire me all that much. I prefer more dark, heavy, more complex fragrances rather than just fresh and airy type of fragrances. So it also depends on your taste, quite frankly. But yeah, that's my take on Creed. Um, Fragrance Journey. Well, first of all, shout outs to Fragrance Journey, Robert, my good brother. Love his channel. And Fragrance Journey because, well, let's talk about our Fragrance Journey. Where did you start collecting? When did you start collecting? Why? What was your first fragrance? I mean, what made you collect? What made you dive into this hobby? For me, well, I discovered this community back in 2016, and yeah, it was not long ago, but the difference still. A lot of people have been here in this community since, well, they say the golden age, the golden era of the fragrance community back in 10 years ago. Um, I'm not around since then, but there's so many differences right now. But well, I think that would lead us to another topic. How is the fragrance community right now? But talking about fragrance journey, I started this fragrance journey a while ago. I was in the seventh grade actually. My mom worked in a perfume shop when I was a kid, and when I was in the seventh grade, I had my very first fragrance, the classic Davidoff Cool Water. Best smelling kid in my class, hands down. And that was my first fragrance, and it was the fragrance that, well, quite honestly started everything. My dad always wore fragrances, and my mom actually not so much. Ironically, she worked in a perfume shop for years, but I don't know. She can't stand a strong perfume or even a perfume under her skin for a very long time. Well, it's how it is, but that's how everything started. I always had my two, three fragrances to rotate, but definitely the most um, the fragrances that I have more special moments with when I was not collecting, when I didn't even knew that this hobby existed or that this community exists. I wore a lot. 212 VIP from, I think it's Carolina Herrera. I mean, I wore that fragrance so much back in my university days, and even before that fragrance, I smelled that fragrance actually when I was in duty free in Frankfurt duty free airport, and when I smelled that just from the cap, memories just came in. So that's a lot. Of course, back in 2015, I wore Sauvage very much actually. Quite now doesn't do nothing. I prefer much more Bleu de Chanel or de Parfum. What fragrances? Oh, and also Dolce Gabbana, the one, or no, Dolce Gabbana Pour Homme Intenso. Also, I wore that fragrance so much. So yes, I always had my two, three fragrances, designer fragrances, of course, to rotate. But it was when, yes, I discovered this community through Jeremy Fragrance, and I just saw a guy talking about fragrances, and I was like, what do you have to talk about fragrances? I mean, yes, there's a smell, it smells good, you look good, people will compliment you. I mean, you will feel good wearing a fragrance, but okay, what, of course, Jeremy videos, and from him started to pop up more. It was Redolescence back then. Um, what more? It was Redolescence, Robe 08. It was the first reviewers that I started watching, and then it came Carlos and so on and so on. So of course the rest it's history. But yes, I started to dive in more and more to this hobby. I bought La Nuit de l'Homme, I bought Mont Blanc Individual, which were the most hyped fragrances back then in 2016. And I was just in the designer realm of things, and I never thought back then that I would go and spend money in niche fragrances. Well, I think we all been there. We all done that. Also into a more classic, into the more classic perfumes like Mitsuko, Shalimar, Rabi Rouge, um, Caron, Pour un Homme, like fantastic fragrance. So I'm also diving more into the classic perfumes, and also in indie brands. I want to discover indie brands more this year, because I think it's how we all ended up. And the fragrance that started my niche quests, it was Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. I mean, from all fragrances, so many memories from this one. But yes, Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford was the first fragrance. I mean, of course, this is not niche, I know, but after I smelled this, I was like, okay, if expensive fragrances smell like this, I want to discover more. So that was my logic back then, and well, here we are right now. Um, Still, my favorite fragrance designer side of things, it's Dior Parfum, and well, I don't know what Dior is doing with their Dior home line, quite honestly, but it's a disaster in my opinion, of course. But well, it's how it is. Let's see what we have here. True narcotic. The Frecom is awesome. The old timers are stuck in the past. They are the old man yelling at kids to get off his lawn. Yeah, well, maybe, yes, maybe true that. I never, well, I never knew the old days, but yes, I also feel that it's that nostalgic moments where, oh, back in the day was when everything was amazing. Yes, I also feel like it's more of a nostalgic feel. Tobacco vanilla is such a beauty, also great to blend with Ombreletto. I'm not a blend type of guy. I like to enjoy fragrances as they are. But oh, okay, that's very interesting, and I truly believe that. Your top Killian fragrance, quite honestly, by Killian, it's not, or Killian, it's not a house that I really care much. But well, if I would mention one, Sacred Wood. I mean, if I would have one fragrance from Killian, would be Sacred Wood. I mean, it's it's just sandalwood. It's a meal well done. It's definitely hands down my favorite killing. Although I never tried either apple brandy or single malt, but nonetheless, it's outstanding. Uh, Sacred wood, amazing fragrance. The rest, it's just nah, not worth the price tag. For me, my ability to recall memories from when I was young is terrible. But my scent memories are super strong. Oh, okay. I started using scent to help trigger memories for special events. Oh, okay. Well, we start somehow, and we always have a special connection with fragrances, and I think it's what makes this hobby so special, and it's what, quite honestly, why we so many people get triggered, because perfumes are so subjective. I mean, I have certain experience with a certain type of fragrance, and you will have, for example, I love Tobacco Vanilla by Tom Ford, but also because I have fantastic moments with this one alongside my girlfriend. It's also one of her all-time favorites, and of course I will be biased. Um, I will remember the moments that I spent with this fragrance. And if you don't have the same type of memory, maybe you will not enjoy it as much. But people get so triggered. I mean, this is a very subjective topic, and I think it's where the beauty lies in. Hello, Alex. What's your thoughts on Montal fragrances? Montal, it's a house that has too many fragrances. It's Montal and Mancera. Man, those houses, they have too many fragrances. Uh, but uh, but if you like solid, um, if you want to start diving into niche fragrances, I think Montal and Mancera are good brands to start with, but they have too many offerings. But although I need to warn you that Montal has very powerful, very, I mean, opulent fragrances, so be careful with that. But quite honestly, if I would pick one fragrance from Montal, would be Starry Nights. Fantastic one. Robin is asking, Shalimar, do you recommend Eau de Parfum or Eau de Toilette? Definitely Eau de Parfum, because it's more dense, it's richer, it's more complex. You have the vanilla, you have the animalic undertone, more prominent animalic nuances. So definitely, hands down, Eau de Parfum, I prefer. They connect with your memory. Yes. Boas, Johnny. Vamos o show amanhã. Aula. Pois é, já me esquecia que amanhã. É pá, acho que vou ficar por casa, sinceramente. I can't choke free tomorrow. I can't choke free tomorrow. I mean, blending Portuguese with English, it's the best thing ever. But yeah, definitely have a good time, guys. Um, But yes, tell me, how is your fragrance journey right now? If you are more into designer fragrances, more into niche fragrances, tell me everything. To discovering niche and underrated designer fragrances. Well, my latest purchase, it was last year of a designer fragrance. Oh well, actually, Maison Margiela. It's also this one right here by the fireplace. I purchased this one in, well, this month, so I guess this was my last designer fragrance. But Zadig Voltaire, this is him. What an outstanding discovery! I discovered this one in December, and man, this is so good. I did a review. It was my latest. It was my last review of 2019. Sandalwood, incense, spices, creamy, slightly sweet. It's quite masculine, but still, a woman can pull this one off. It's outstanding. I love this one. So I'm more into discovering classic perfumes, underrated designer fragrances, and niche perfumes, of course, always, as long as I love them, of course. Uh, what do you think about the EDT of Bloody Chanel? I used to own the EDP as well, but sold it as it didn't work on my skin. Well, actually, I prefer the Eau de Parfum version of Bloody Chanel, because it lasts a bit longer, and it has a bit more depth. rather than it's not as citrusy as Eau de Toilette, but and of course doesn't project as much as Eau de Toilette. But I think it's more balanced, it's more rounded, it's more elegant even. And quite honestly, I prefer the Eau de Parfum to the Parfum version. I think the Parfum version it's an incomplete scent, to be honest, and it's not worth the price tag. Totally enjoy your list. Thank you, Timothy. Wearing 7 sprays of African leather. Damn. African leather. Well, Mimo Paris overall, it's not a house that caught my attention, but I think I need to experience more fragrances and I need to respray and try again their offerings because right now, m- from my latest experience, there wasn't any fragrance from Mimo Paris that really caught my attention, but I think I need to give them another shot. I no longer wear designer fragrances. Most of them all smell the same. I wear niche fragrances that most don't talk about. No Creeds or 540. Well, nowadays, I mean, it's the thing. Like nowadays, yes, designer fragrances smell almost all the same. That's true, but still, you can find. I mean, you still have classics. I mean, we still have the Mitsuku, the Chalimar, the Abbey Rouge, Heritage, the Platinum Egoiste, Egoiste, Eau Sauvage. We still have the classics, and we also have fragrances like This Is Him by Zadig Voltaire. Hey, we even have Intense Oud by Gucci. I mean, fantastic fragrance right here from Gucci. Dior en Parfum. We still have fantastic designer fragrances. Tom Ford fragrances are also really good. So I think it's a bit unfair to say that all designer fragrances smell the same. But if we will talk about the newest releases, oh yes, definitely they all smell the same. I mean, either they are 1 million or Invictus like, or they are the Sauvages of this life. Yeah, and 540 actually, it's not a fragrance that I enjoy from Maison Francis Courtian. Niche all the way. Best thing about this hobby is the uniqueness of fragrances and smelling different than everyone else. Yes, that's so true. That's so true. You will always smell unique, and people around you will always um, asking about what you're wearing. At least from my experience, it's almost like that. It's always like that, and it's quite. It's. I mean, it makes me happy. This hobby makes me happy, and no matter like the dramas and no matter what is going on in the fragrance community or whatever, I just love this hobby. Just discovered Chanel Edition Blanche. Oh man, Edition Blanche, it's fantastic. It was my favorite. It was my favorite Chanel fragrance since I discovered. No, it's my favorite. It was my favorite until I discovered Egoist. Man, Egoist, it's out of this world. That elegant, masculine, spicy sandalwood, floral, this world. But yes, Edition Blanche, it's fire. Hands down, the lemon of the fragrance community, it's really good. I'm exploring more indie and tarts. Oh, okay, I'm still in the fence of trying the tarts, but yes, I will definitely try them maybe more um, in the future. But definitely this year, I want to dive in more to indie fragrances. Because even the new releases in the niche realm of things start to be, I mean, almost the same. You have trends. I mean, you have the Aventus trend, or you have the 540 trend, or you have, I don't know, tobacco vanille trends, you name it. But definitely, I want to try more indie. Personally, I prefer quality over quantity when it comes to collecting fragrances. Yes, yes, I totally agree with that. And compliments aren't my most important criterion at all. 27, 43 cents of mine are niche. Yes, I mean, compliments are overrated. I mean, of course, I love to get compliments, but it's not about that. It's not about that. It's not the reason why I wear fragrances. I wear fragrances for myself. And then if you have compliments, if I receive a compliment from the fragrance that I'm wearing, of course, it's the cherry on top. But overall, of course, what you see in YouTube, Compliments here, compliments there, compliments everywhere. People chasing me because I'm wearing, I mean, a godly like fragrance. Um, it's overrated, definitely, and fragrances are not about that. But it's a cherry on top for me at least. But definitely quality over quantity. Although I already have 200 fragrances, but definitely quality over quantity. After Jim, by the way, Stora Moonlight. Sergio Teixeira. Okay, I never heard about that fragrance. Stora Skugan Moon Milk Sandalwood Galore. Oh, okay. Very curious about that one. Love sandalwood. Never heard about that brand. You should definitely get your hands off Surge of Starlight. Oh, I already have that one on my wish list. I tried that fragrance in December. Uh, Fantastic. Delicious, great performance and limited, as well as Atelier Materi Cacao Porcelana, my newest bottle. Okay, never heard about Atelier Materi. Never heard about that one. But Starlight, wow, fantastic. That's fire. Great release from Sergioff right there. Um, I get a lot of ginger, but actually, it's very spicy, it's gingery. It has even a tea like feel, but I don't get the gourmand qualities. At least when I tried on my skin in the beginning of December, I didn't get the gourmand qualities, but more of a aromatic, spicy fragrance. It's relaxing all way. It also has a relaxed feel, but I didn't get the gourmand quality as well. Maybe I need to try it again, but I was blown away. Yes, I love Starlight from Sergioff. A bit overpriced, but well, it's Sergioff. Do you ever go to France and visit the perfume shops there? No, actually. And quite honestly, never been in France. Man, that's, loser right here. But yes, I definitely need to go to France to visit the niche perfume shops there. But here in Lisbon, I don't feel that need because we have three niche perfume shops. I mean, Embassy, niche perfumery. We have Otro. You have Skin Life. I mean, you have we have a lot of offerings, so that's why I don't feel the need. But one brand that it's missing here in Lisbon and in Portugal in general is Jovoy or Jovois, psychedelic private label. Well, the brand that has those fragrances, um, because that brand it's fantastic and it's quite affordable for the quality and for the quantity. So for the price per mil, so I think it's fantastic. It's a great bang for your buck, and I think it's a brand that it's missing here. But overall, we have a lot of offerings. What's your opinion on Danger Eau de Parfum from Roger Parfum? For me, it's one, if not the best perfume for men. Danger Eau de Parfum, well, I need to revisit it because I tried the cologne version and I was not impressed, quite honestly. It felt just like a another wannabe inspired by classic fragrance, but totally overpriced. But I need to try again the Danger, the Eau de Parfum concentration. What do you think about Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramal by Antonio P? Well, Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramal, it's definitely the well, maybe the best nightclub type of scent. It's fruity, it's very sweet. In I mean, it's very unisex to be honest. It's not the most masculine fragrance that you will smell. So I think it's very unisex. It has a pear note, a very prominent pear note, and the performance it's insane. So I think if to go to grab a drink with your friends to be in a casual environment, I think it works perfectly. I pretty much only wear niche. It takes a lot of for designer fragrance to capture me. The biggest turn off is smelling like everyone else. Yes, I know. But again, how many people will be smelling like Gucci Intense Wood? I mean, or even I mean, this is him by Zadig Voltaire. It's quite rare, to be honest, at least here in Lisbon. I mean, the most popular designer fragrances here in Lisbon, definitely Sauvage, Terre d'Hermès, Hugo Boss, Boss Bottled, um, and yeah, I think those are the fragrances that I smell the most, at least around me. So on no Gucci's or Zadig Voltaire. But yes, I totally understand that. I mean, when we think of designer, we think of mainstream, commercial. So yeah, we better stay with niche, more unique fragrances. I understand that. Olá, Nelson. Gostava que um dia fizesse a crítica de perfumes de Floraico, se possível, e dissesse quais os mais adequados para os homens. Okay, this comment is about Floraico perfumes. And I never tried, nunca experimentei nenhum perfume da Floraico. Never tried any fragrance from Floraico. And from the price tag, I mean, it's steep. It's very expensive, but no, never tried. I hope to do so, like in the near future. Um, Florico perfumes. I just heard Florico from Mr. Zayas, I think it was, and then Instagram accounts. They were talking about Florico here and there, but that was it. Then I was curious to see, and when I saw the price tag, I was like, ooh, okay, well, maybe next time. You have such a My World of Fragrance. You have such an awesome channel, great takes on several fragrances I like and love. Okay, My World of Fragrance is a. I mean, for me, no. I think it's way too much. But if I would be a millionaire, well, maybe I would say yes, totally, it's worth it. So it all depends on you, what you are willing to pay for a fragrance. But as I stand right now, no, totally overpriced. I think you are paying more for the bottle presentation and that luxury concept rather than the scent itself. But that's just my 2 cents. If you want um, good fragrances that are similar to Roja, well, actually, it's backwards. I mean, Roja is similar to those fragrances. Check out Guerlain, the classic Guerlain fragrances. Check out Mitsuku, check out L'Heure Bleue, check out Jiki, and you will see the inspiration. Not saying that it's a clone house though. I own the best designers of the past 15 years. The newest one definitely smell the same. Gucci Oud. Smell good. How is the longevity? Usually don't last or perform well. Well, actually, this bottle right here lasts me for a very long time. Gucci Intense for me has outstanding performance. It's somewhat similar to Black Cafano by Nasomato, but in my opinion, it's more sophisticated because it has a aromatic nuance that makes it more versatile and more appealing. And it's quite unique in the designer realm. So I think it's very solid, especially if you love dark fragrances. I think it's a good one to try. Glad you love Starlight. I think it becomes closer to a gourmand in the heat. Ah, okay. So maybe that's was why. Definitely revisited. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that was interesting. Definitely, because when I tried Starlight, like I said, I didn't get that gourmand. I also I saw the review of Sebastian from Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews, and he did recently a review of Starlight, and he also said, actually, we have similar tastes, and he said that, oh, Starlight has a gourmand quality that I was like, I didn't get that, but I want to get that. So, okay. Robe Zero Eight, bonjour. Bonjour, my friend. So good to see you here. Greetings. Have you tried Ofori Miyaku? Never heard about that one. But is there a niche brand, indie brand? It's Ofori Miyaku? That's the brand, or it's a perfume? Have you heard of Rogue Perfumery out of California? Oh, yes, I did. Uh, Rogue Perfume, it's the same that has Mousse Illuminée. I think it's the name. which is outstanding. I mean, I was blown away when I tried that fragrance, and I want to revisit it because I didn't try it um, the way I want because I just tried in the test strip, so I didn't have the full experience. And but from those 5 minutes, fantastic. Raw perfumes, it's very solid house, and they are getting a lot of attention lately. So they use real oak moss in their perfumes. Manuel Cos is reviews are hit and miss on his perfumes. Uh, well, if you love, I tried Mousse Illuminé. I think it's Mousse Illuminé, and other one that I tried also from their house. But their fragrances is all around the more classic, the more classic fragrances. So if you are into the more classic fragrances, you will enjoy those type of fragrances of haute perfumery. If not, well, maybe it will be a bit challenging. But because I am right now developing my taste in classic perfumes, covering classic perfumes, so I really enjoy that one. The quality, it's undeniably there. Love your channel and wanted to stop by and show big support. Thank you so much, Rob Zero Wait. I mean, that means a lot. Thank you so much for stopping by and showing some love. Thank you. Alberto Lopez is saying best musk fragrance for you. Oh, best musk. Actually, I've been thinking about doing a top five favorite musk fragrances. I don't have many musky fragrances, but one of them definitely it's what's the name? Narciso Rodriguez. I mean, Jesus, Narciso Rodriguez. For him, the Eau de Parfum concentration, outstanding. I mean, simply outstanding musky fragrance. And you have another one, another musk fragrance from a very small Italian brand from Napoli. And now I'm forgetting the name. Damn it. But well, there's a musky fragrance, a musk fragrance from a small Italian niche brand from Napoli. It's fantastic also. Now I'm forgetting the name. And I have it. Well, but definitely Narciso Rodriguez, for him, Eau de Parfum, it's an outstanding musk fragrance. And for an affordable price, to be honest. Great quality. Florico has one of the best ginger openings I ever smelled. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. But it's priced just like by killing too much. Am I? Yes, that's the thing. That's why it turned me off. I mean, I was curious to try, but when I saw the price tag, I mean, I saw on their official website, I was okay. Maybe next time. Qual perfume você usou e as mulheres mais gostam? Ok. Davy Salvador, he's asking which perfume I use and that woman liked the most. Well, definitely Plum Japonais by Tom Ford. Nishane Fan Your Flames. I mean, those, Dior Homme, it's also fantastic. So, those are the ones. Al Haramain Oud 36 and Oud 36 Nuit. What's your opinion on them? I didn't try it either. Neither Oud 36 or 36 Nuit. I didn't try any of them, sorry. What do you think of Moustache perfume? I didn't try that one. The Eau de Parfum version, I still didn't try. I mean, they say it's similar to Tuxedo. Tuxedo, for me, it's so overpriced, so. I mean, for a patchouli fragrance, I mean, if I want a patchouli, I want a damp, rich, full on patchouli, not a airy, soft patchouli like Tuxedo is. So, and if I mean, okay, if Mustache it's in that realm, but for a very small fraction of the price, okay, I think that's very reasonable. But I never tried it. You're welcome, Albert. Ofori is the brand, Miyako is the scent. Oh, okay. Was the winner of 2016 Art and Olfactory. Oh, okay. I didn't knew that. I didn't knew that. Miyako. Interesting. It's amazing. Really transforms. But how it smells? What is the prominent note or the prominent notes of the fragrance? Quickly drop in and say, "Oh man, thank you, OC Fragrance. Thank you so much for stopping by. Siberian Musk. Oh yes, Siberian Musk by Erez Ludore. Yeah, fantastic. It's fantastic, but well, it's very pricey, and plus the uh, we need to pay extra tax for to purchase from Thailand. So, but yes, that one it's fantastic. It's fantastic, but a more affordable, more available fragrance. I think Narciso Rodriguez for him, Dieu de Parfum. It's fantastic. Also, even Mugler has one, but it's embred over the musk. It's embred. It's not exactly musk, but also quite nice. Have you ever tried House of Siage number three? I know you love salty notes, like Aqua di Sale. Yeah, I'm really interested in trying both out. Number three, I think not. Number three, it's the blue bottle, that clear blue bottle. No, I never tried that one. And the only fragrance that I tried from House of Siage was that I think it was number one, the that has a red gold um, bottle. So it was that one, but it was long ago, so I really can't remember how it smells. But Acqua di Sale, man, so good. It's so good. One of the best salty, if not the best salty aquatic fragrance that I own or that I ever tried, quite frankly. Okay, what we have here more. Uh, Hello, Tyler Duncan. Hello there. So yeah, what I have here more. Oh, Sergov Cruzel Sur 2, man, fantastic scent right here. Did a review of this one long ago. It was last year, back in the summer. This milky tropical mango, it's fantastic. Um, but for the ones who are stopping by, we were talking about, well, random fragrance talk and also about our fragrance journey, how it all started, where we are right now in our fragrance journey. If you are more into niche or more indie, more designer fragrances, more classic perfumes. Miyaku has apricot, yuzu, peach, Japanese golden osmanthus, jasmine green tea, leather, precious woods, um, enoki, cedar, sandalwood, patchouli, katsura leaf, and silken musk. Wow, that's very interesting. Apricot, peach, and then woods, patchouli. Okay, very interesting. It's right on my alley, Heather, actually. Even the female version of NR has a stellar musk. Oh, yes, my wife wears it and we both love it. Oh, okay. Narciso Rodriguez overall, it's a very solid house and quite underrated. But actually, it took me a while to appreciate Narciso Rodriguez fragrances. It took me a while to appreciate them because they are unique. They are very different from we are used to try in the designer fragrances. So it started with Cool Water 90. Well, me too. Actually, I started with Cool Water back when I was in the seventh grade. Best smelling kid in the class. Greetings from South Carolina. Oh, greetings there. What was your scent of the day? Well, my scent of the day was Guerlain Santal Royal. And I purchased that fragrance during this month, actually, finally. And my scent of the night is Fiore d'Ambra by Profumo Broma. It was my first Profumo Broma fragrance, actually. I have yet to do a review of this one, but it's outstanding. Very narcotic. It has opium, has spices, has amber, it has a tea like accord. It's outstanding, wonderful. Very zen, relaxing type of scent. I love it. Agree with Alex. Wood 36 favorite how? Oh, really? I really like Al Haramain. Well, quite honestly, as I think you all know, Al Haramain sometimes send me bottles for review purposes. I have yet to do one actually, and quite honestly, I'm very impressed with their quality. I was not expecting actually. I was a bit skeptical in the beginning, but quite solid fragrances. Yes, most of them are inspired by fragrances. I mean, one or another not exactly similar or a clone per se, but yes, you can see the inspiration. But nonetheless, the quality it's quite good, quite good. Alcaramin overall, it's a solid house. Have you ever smelled Atelier des Ors Bois Sicard? Yes, I did, and I was a bit underwhelmed because I was expecting a damp tobacco fragrance, and it's basically burn tobacco. It has a smokiness in there, but it's overbearing. I can't explain. It smells very ashy, like a ashtray, and I don't know. It didn't appeal to me at all. But hey, it stays. And well, I in all honesty, I tried that fragrance when it was released. I think it was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So I need to revisit it. Maybe I will enjoy it now. But from first impressions back then, it was not that amazing. Is there a fragrance where you love the smell but you won't buy it because it performs bad on you? For me, it's Bal d'Afrique by Rado. Um, well, usually I don't pay attention much to performance. If I really love the scent, then well, I will purchase it either way. But a fragrance that I don't have good performance, uh, hmm, well, uh, mm, well, now I'm just looking the fragrances that I have here, but all of them performed well actually. But maybe let me see. But you won't buy it because it performs well. Oh, I won't buy it. That's the thing. Like, if I really love the scent, I will purchase no matter the performance. I prefer scents over performance. My sample of Carnet Barcelona Elborn and Jova Paris Incident Diplomatique came in today, and it was because of your review and how you praise why you choose to sample the apple. Yes! Carnet Barcelona Elborn, one of the best vanilla fragrances out there, top 5 for me, hands down. Um, it's very nutty. It has a lemony, very fantastic, effervescent lemony in the opening. It had very nutty, slightly boozy even. And Incident Diplomatique, it's so sexy. It's very sensual, and the performance, it's insane. So yes, both are fantastic fragrances. For me, it's La Tessa by Mask Milano. I love La Tessa actually. It's one of my favorite, if not my favorite, iris-based scent. It's very buttery and sparkly at the same time. Love it. João from Al Haramain, just try Amber Oud. Also a great one. Amber Oud, Amber Oud. Which one? Because I think you have a lot of you have Amber Oud, the original, but then you have edition tobacco edition, which I did the review already, um, and I think you have another version of Amber Oud. But I think the original one, the Amber Wood, it's similar to Erba Pura by Serjov. I thought it had an ashtray smell myself. Yes, exactly. The Boisicar one, yes, it definitely has a ashtray vibe from it. It really turned me off. Were and by the way, what is your scent of the day and your scent of the night? I still did not ask. Were Mile High 38, Parle-moi de Parfum, niche brand out of Paris. Oh, okay. That's up and coming. Absolutely love it. Four notes: pineapple, patchouli. Oh my god, pineapple, Credaventus. just joking. But Parlez-moi de parfum. Okay, interesting. Very curious. Tonka bean and Immortal. Very unique note breakdown. Profumum Roma or Nishane. Profumum Roma or Nishane, man. That's hard. That's very hard. Uh, I love them both because both are two of my favorite niche houses, but oh, I don't know. To be honest, I mean that's even unfair to choose one or other. But let me see. Maybe For in terms of versatility, maybe I will go with Profumum Roma, maybe. Yeah, or Nishane. Well, I have Achivat. Oh man, it's so hard. It's so hard. But well, because I'm wearing Profumum Roma right now, I will choose Profumum Roma. Hey, the regular one. Yes, it's similar to Erba Pura. My journey evolves and Victor and Rolf Antidote. I have Antidote by Victor and Rolf. Actually, it was a steal. Dentaire d'Hermès, since 20 fragrance can you have turned me into collection. Nice, very nice, very nice journey right there. Ah, it's gold edition. Okay, yes, it's gold edition. It's that one that it was missing. Yes, yes, so true, so true. Incident Diplomatique is a fragrance journey. It started out very dry, earthy, grassy, and smoky, but then, about 40 minutes later, changed into something slightly sweet, similar to Gallivant Istanbul. Oh, okay, Gallivant Istanbul. Interesting. I didn't get that similarity actually, but I have to agree. It's very earthy, damp. That blend with the vetiver and the patchouli, it's outstanding. It's very masculine in my opinion, but again, very modern at the same time. There's also tobacco edition. Yes, the tobacco edition. It's the one that I have, and I did a review of. It shares some similarities. The that tobacco edition, the Amber Oud tobacco edition from Al Haramain. It's kind of similar to Tobacco Vanille, but it has its differences. It's has a boozy nuance in it, and it has more development from the opening to the heart, and then in the dry down, you definitely see Tobacco Vanille. I have not smelled enough Profumum Roma. Nishane has a lot of bangers. Hanif and Your Flames, Wulong Cha had Sabat. Yes, the only one that I don't have is Wulong Cha, and still it's a fantastic fragrance. Profumum Roma, well, they have Fiori d'Ambra, they have Ambra Aurea, Patchouli, Aquisale, Aquaviva, which is Aquaviva for me, it's the best lemon based scent. You also have Dulces in Fundo, fantastic gourmand fragrance, citruses, especially orange and vanilla, a lot of vanilla in there. You have also, and then you have the Note de Profumo, which is a brand, a sub brand, which is connected to Profumo Broma. I have Amante. I will do a review of Amante. It was my latest, my last niche purchase of 2019, and it's fantastic, fantastic oud scent. Very romantic, actually. And yeah, I mean, Profumo Broma has a lot of fantastic offerings. All of them perform incredibly well. Very it's they are highly concentrated, and the quality is on par. It's fantastic. I mean, yes, the price tag it's a bit high because for 100 mil it's 219 euros. So yes, it's a bit high, but I think it's well worth the money. Tonight I'm wearing a fragrance I really enjoy. I'm wearing Opus 6, fantastic fragrance. My favorite fragrance from the library collection actually. It's Opus 6. Love that one. Erba Pura is listed as a female fragrance. Have you gotten back? No, actually. Erba Pura, I recently did a top 10 most complimented fragrances of 2019, and Erba Pura was number 5 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was number 5. I mean, Erba Pura, it's very appealing. In my experience, at least, Erba Pura, it's very fruity, very vanillic. I mean, yes, it's not the most natural smelling fragrance, not at all, but it's the performance. It's incredible. It's insane. You will fill a room. Everyone will notice you. So you need to be in that mood to be noticed. And I receive very good feedback. I think it's a unisex fragrance, but yes, I see what you mean. I mean, the fruity nuances makes it a more female fragrance rather than a masculine one. But well, I don't have any problems wearing female fragrances. I mean, for me, all fragrances are unisex. So there's that. Yeah. Favorite boozy fragrance for you at the moment? I did a video about that, but definitely Barawanda by Nazomato. I think it's the best one. I mean, if you want a designer, pure malt, hands down, and niche, Barawanda. Those two fragrances are fantastic. If you want a more underrated boozy fragrance, it check out Jadab from the House of Sowood. It's the same brand. The perfumeur of that brand is Stefan Mahlukas. So it's fantastic. The boozy the boozy note of Jadab is whiskey. I also have Amber Oud Gold Edition, and man, I love it. It's a compliment monster. My most complimented scent besides Montal's Sensual Instinct. Oh, nice. Yes, Gold Edition, the one that's similar to Erba Pura. Again, Erba Pura, it's very appealing. It's very appealing. My scent of the day is Liberté by Jean Patou. Man, I already heard so many good things about Jean Patou. Never tried anything from that brand, but a lot of people have been talking very well about that fragrance house. It's an 80s vintage bottle. It's a woman's perfume, but it's perfectly unisex. Back then, women's perfume, I mean, they were the masculine fragrances all day, almost. But it's perfectly unisex. This is a close cousin to the legendary Patu pour Homme. Patu pour Homme, it's the one that I'm always hearing about, but never had the opportunity to try. What are some hype up fragrances in the community that you think are overrated? I, for example, think Siegement Privé, it's way overrated. Disappears in less than an hour. It smells average. Um, that I think it's overrated, man. Definitely Baccarat Rouge 540. That fragrance, it's well, it's a synthetic. I mean, I don't like to use the word synthetic, but man, it's a chemical mess. Um, it's cotton candy with latex. That's not good. I mean, that can't smell good. But well, that's just my take. Baccarat Rouge 540, it's definitely the one that comes to my mind. Um, Calin by Parfum de Marly, it's another one that I don't understand the hype. Um, More Instant Crush by Mancera. Also, I don't understand the hype. Um, what more? Well, those are three fragrances that come to my mind immediately. Um, but yeah, definitely those three. I don't see the hype. By the Fireplace, Danielle, fantastic choice. Um, by the Fireplace, it's fantastic. I recorded a review today, so I will upload tomorrow. I will upload a review of By the Fireplace. Man, outstanding fragrance. Do you have a note or a chord you can't stand, and which one do you consider your favorite? Uh, a chord I can't stand. Well, Neroli. Neroli. It's a note that mm, it's quite hard for me to appreciate it. I mean, and quite honestly, not to be biased, I don't want to be biased, but the only fragrance that I can stand, it's the Neroli Portofino from from Al Khadamain, from I think Neroli Canvas. Neroli Canvas. Oh man, that's the only fragrance. They send that bottle for free for review purposes. They reached me out, and I already did a review last year. And it's actually the only fragrance with Neroli with very strong Neroli note that I can't stand. The other ones, I mean, Neroli Portofino can't do anything with. So Neroli definitely it's one that it's very hard for me. Another one, hmm, maybe maybe I still need to appreciate more that skanky jasmine. I mean, too much funky or skanky jasmine. It's also quite hard for me to appreciate. And I love opulent and daring fragrances, but well, but more it's Neroli. And which one do you consider your my favorite note? Oh man, I have so many, so many. But well, I will go with I don't know, amber. Amber, I love amber, but also love tobacco. I love leathers. Love gourmand fragrances in general. I love oud. So, and which notes? What are your favorite notes and least favorite notes? Baccarat Rouge 540 straight and Broxton. I mean, maybe it has, but for me, like it's cotton candy with latex gloves, hands down. Cheers, Danielle. Have you ever smelled Rosarabi? Yes, I did. I got a sample with my tower order today and find it to be pleasantly surprising on my skin. Actually, the Armani Privé fragrances are quite good, to be honest. I mean, very overpriced, but quite good. But my favorite from the Armani Privé, it's Mur Imperial. Oh man, that Mur, it's out of this world. I love that one. If there is one bottle that I would own from that line, it's Mur Imperial. A close second would be Rosa Rabi, but Rosa Rabi, for that type of scent, I already have more than words by Subjof, so I think I'm good in that matter. But still, it's very solid, very solid rose wood combo. Wait, it's one of the best, I think. Thanks for the recommendation. I was looking at Jedab at the end of last year. Oh, really? Well, nice coincidence right there. I need to save that one soon. Even Moreau put me on that brand. She has a great channel as well. Ever Moreau. Oh, okay. Never heard about that one. That channel. Okay, I will check it out. But yes, definitely check Jedab. Jedab is very good. Very good. Boozy, woody, floral fragrance. It has that Middle East uh, scent character, so I think it's outstanding. Oi, tudo jóia? Tudo. E aí? Heather, mix pink sugar with molecule 2 and you've got... Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Indolic. You still love Dolce Passione. Oh, yes. Dolce Passione right here. I mean, hey, he said, this is... It's even silly. This is even silly, to be honest. Chocolate, plum, strawberry, vanilla, very nutty. It's the best chocolate fragrance in my opinion. It's wonderful. From Pantheon Roma. My favorite review you did was Papillon Salome. Oh yes, that fragrance. Very challenging for me because of that jasmine. That jasmine, it's something. It's something else. Hello, Habas. Mer Imperial. Thanks for your suggestion. I was going to check one out when I visit a store that sells Armani Privé. Yes, check that one out. If you love myrrh, balsamic, resinous fragrances, that one it's a must try. I still have yet to add that one to my collection, but it's wonderful. It's really good. Leighton. It's a good fragrance. It's a good fragrance. I mean, it's more commercial, but has a very good apple note in the opening. Quite solid. Good vanilla, cardamom. It's very solid fragrance from Parfum de Marly. Scent of the day, Sauvage Parfum. Sauvage Parfum não é tão ruim. Yeah, Sauvage Parfum. I mean, it's not my favorite, far from being my favorite fragrance, but still, it's a very appealing fragrance, commercial fragrance. In that genre, I still prefer Bleu de Chanel, the eau de parfum concentration. So there's that. That's why Sauvage for me, Sauvage line for me, it's already enough. I wore Sauvage Eau de Toilette a lot back in 2015 when I still didn't knew and didn't discover this hobby or this fragrance community. But right now, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, it's the way to go. If you want more mass appeal, blue type scents, I think that one's the one. Your mic is super low. Really? Oh man, that okay. Let me see if I can do something. Just want to say work quality content on your channel. Love viewing your reviews. If you have one review to do, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Thank you. If you have one reviewer to do a collab with, who it would be and why? Oh man. Well, definitely the first reviewer that comes to my mind is Bernardo from another fragrance reviewer. I mean, he's also a Portuguese fragrance reviewer, so definitely I would do a review with him. Um, and another one, I would definitely do a review with Fragrance Journey. Well, Robert at Fragrance Journey 01. He's more into skanky, funky fragrances, but we still have similar taste. So yes, I would love to do a review with him, to do a collaboration with him. What do you think of the community and how it's evolving? Well, what I think of the community, it's how it is. I mean, I just what I said earlier in this chat that I just discovered the fragrance community in 2016, so I'm not hanging around here since day one. But still, even still, I noticed a there's a difference, a big difference between what it was in 2016 and how it is right now, because it got bigger, much bigger. I mean, nowadays you have, including myself. I mean, including myself, you have a lot of YouTube new up and coming YouTube reviewers, fragrance reviewers, and a lot of them, which is normal. I mean, I don't blame them if they are just here to talk about compliments, or if others want to start their own fragrance brand, or they have their new fragrance line, whatever. It is how it is with more people coming in, and that's also because of Jeremy. Let's face it, Jeremy is the one that made this community take this boom, because come on, he's almost what, he has already 1 million subscribers, I think. I don't know, like I stopped following him for a while ago, but he's the reason why this community had this boom, that everyone now, like you see that everyone wants the next big thing, the they want the next big sauvage, the next big compliment getter. It's normal. The more people you have, more uh, more commercial, more mainstream it will be. And I understand if like people are here since day one that, oh my god, back in the day they feel nostalgic how great it was back then, but it's how it is. I mean, you need to move on, you need to accept it and move on. Just, I mean, appreciate what you have, enjoy your journey, your fragrance journey, and do collaborations with other people, reach out other people that you have similar tastes and that you want to connect with that people, with those type of people. I mean, here in Portugal we have a fragrance group called Perfume Portugal, and we have a fantastic community. I mean, it's very small, yes. We are right now in 130 something members, if I'm not mistaken, or a bit more. And even tomorrow they will meet up. Fortunately, I will not be able to attend, but they will. We each month we are scheduling a lunch where we smell different fragrances, a lot of fragrances, unknown fragrances. So that is what the fragrance community is. Um, just connect with each other, share experiences, share perfumes, share the passion. That's, I think, that's how it has to be. I mean, of course, who doesn't love drama here and there, right? But well, that's not what it's all about. What is the sexiest female perfume in your opinion? The sexiest. Ooh, that's hard. One of them is definitely Velvet Orchid by Tom Ford. I love that fragrance so much. It's very sensual. I love that one. Velvet Orchid by Tom Ford. I was retesting Dolce Passione versus Trastevere. I have both. Love both. earlier today, and honestly, I need a bottle of both ASAP. Yes, that's the way to go. Oh, damn. That's the way to go. I love both, and I also have both. Another hit brand you recommend to the masses? Yes. I mean, yet they still have a couple fragrances that are inspired by. You have one which is Raffaello. It's an inspiration of Soleil de Jeddah by Stefan Berlucas. And you have another one which is Anone. It's similar, but also actually it's better, but it's similar to Baccarat Rouge 540. But nonetheless, fantastic house. Love Bleu, waiting for a bottle of the moon. Oh man, I have yet to try that fragrance from Frederic Malle. Overall, I need to have more fragrances from Frederic Malle. I just have Portrait of a Lady, which is, well, a masterpiece. But Musk Ravageur, it will be my next purchase from that house. Oh, Musk Ravageur, another fantastic musk fragrance. But quite honestly, I think it's a more vanilla fragrance, a vanilla musky fragrance. But yeah, Tyler, where did you find Mile High? It's not listed. Okay. Recently, a certain reviewer tried to push Roche Elysium Cologne as a Ventus killer. Oh man, those Aventus killers, Sauvage killers, Baccarat Rouge killers. that's that's even hilarious. Only to be praised by Roger Dove himself in the comments, it's turning into a travesty. Only trust your own nose. I mean, even when I'm talking about fragrances, I mean, how much I love this one, still try for yourself. Always, always try for yourself. I mean, my tastes can be similar to yours, but will never be exactly the same. And we even don't have the same memories in a way that, for example, if you will try this one, maybe it will trigger a bad memory for you, so you will not enjoy this one. And I don't have any memories attached to these same characters, so I will love this one. So always try for yourself, always experience the perfume by yourself. It's how it should be, and never fall into the hype. I mean, I love this one by the fireplace, and it has good attention. It has a good hype in it, and but still, try for yourself. Sometimes you will agree with the hype, and other times you will say, "How come this is hyped? Don't understand the hype." So always try for yourself, and more nowadays, even with me, against me, I will talk. I mean, they're about the reviewers, about the videos, the fragrance reviews. Watch them with a grain of salt. For me, I will always tell you, like, because I don't have any reasons not to. Like, if a fragrance was send me for free, okay, I will say to you, oh, this fragrance was sent me for free, but I will tell you my honest opinion because I don't have anything to lose. It's just a perfume here, and so there's that. But always take it from with a grain of salt because unfortunately not everyone is honest, and you can see more and more people pushing a certain type of fragrances for certain brands. So you can watch the reviewers, watch the reviews, what they are talking about, and what's the new thing. But always take it with a grain of salt. Never, ever trust 100% in a reviewer because tastes are different, experiences are different. So always take it with a grain of salt. Scent versus performance. How do you pick scent? I said that earlier, but I guess you were not here, Joe. But yes, scent always wins. If even if the scent it doesn't perform at all or has poor performance, but still, I would have it. If I would love, I need to love that fragrance. But if I would love it, I would buy it. A great scent, but lack performance or beast mode and not the best scent. Yeah, that's the thing. If I don't like the scent, so why I would have it just because of its performance? Uh, that's even worse because if I don't like the fragrance and it has a beastly performance, so that's bad. So scent over performance. I love that perspective. Oh, Thank you. I just bought my first fragrance at 27 years old and absolutely loving the community here on YouTube. Quite fun and brings people together. Exactly. I mean, it's fun. You That's the thing. Take this, take everything with a grain of salt, but enjoy. I mean, you start to know people. I talk with experience. Hey, I start to new people because of the fragrance, this fragrance journey that I'm in. Fantastic people that I consider right now my friends. So I think this hobby it's fantastic, brings people together. It's fun, and of course you have the drama, and most of the drama in our community it's hilarious, and especially when you have Eugene um, talking about the fragrance community, it's hilarious. I mean, yes, it's controversial that some things that he says, but again, take it with a grain of salt. It's just one man's opinion, and it's what it's all about. It's one man's opinion, or a lot of girls' opinions if you want to push them in your videos. But in the end, it's just other people's opinions. You need to have your own. I agree with the previous commenter. Eva Moreau channel is something to watch. She's so classy, fun, and has a taste for niche perfumes. Oh, okay, Eva Moreau. Okay, I will search her. Definitely, I will search her because you don't have a lot of female reviewers. I mean, and at least that you heard of. I mean, you have Lola Sands, you have Smurfy Girl, um, but not many. So I will check her out. Portrait of a Lady. It's fantastic. Finding some lovely fragrances at places like TJ Maxx and Ross. Just picked up John Barretos Artisan Pure for 30. Nice pick. Nice pick. Do you feel that perfumes are not form? Some of them are, other ones not. I mean, I think, for example, by the fireplace, I think this is an art form because Maison Margiela wants to captivate a moment, a place, a situation, and I think that's art. But if you have Ultramal by Jean Paul Gaultier, well, I don't find any art in that, but more to a very, very pleasant, very sweet fragrance to, well, please the people around you. So I don't consider that art. But overall, like for the most part, yes, I consider fragrances art with some exceptions. Mile High is available at Lucky Cent. Mile High, okay. Do you think in general niche is better than designer? Mm, I would not say that. I mean, that's the thing. Neither, I mean, niche is not better than designer. Neither design is better than niche because each fragrance has its own characteristic. Although you can find a lot of similarities between them. For example, Durand Parfum. It's outstanding. I love it. Um, Better than a lot of niche fragrances out there. And yet, for example, Jubilation 25, well, it's way better than a lot of designers out there. My point is, you have high quality designer fragrances that compete with high quality or not so high quality niche fragrances, and also the opposite. So it depends. It really depends. I think designer it's not better than niche is not better than designer. You just have designer fragrances they have fantastic quality, and you have also niche fragrances that don't have great quality. Quite honestly, are not that much, are very uninspired and very overpriced. Hashtag Killian, for example, even by Rado. I mean, very overpriced. So I think overall it depends on the brand, depends on the perfume itself. Guerlain, for example, has fantastic offerings for a very affordable price. So again, I think niche and designer battle, it's not a thing in my opinion. Ford Manley, I have the Discovery set actually. I did. Yeah, I did a review of 14 Manly. I talk about 14 Manly, but it was on my Instagram account like 3 years ago. Yeah, I will talk about 14 Manly in the YouTube channel. My favorite actually from 14 Manly is the Bortnikov. Yes, the Bortnikov one. Love that one. Have you received free bottle? Yes, I already received. I received free bottles from Al Haramain. They already sent me like Emma. She Emily. She reached me out like quite often, and she already sent me like what five, four fragrances. Um, and quite honestly, it's the thing. If a fragrance brand reach me out, and I mean, Al Haramain, you can see it as a clone house or not. I mean, they have a lot of inspired by fragrances, but to be real, duo fragrances, Alexandria fragrances, parfums, vintage fragrances. I will not have any of those fragrances because they don't do nothing for me, quite honestly. And Al Haramain, from the beginning, like I have a problem because like when they shipped the fragrance, I have it took a long time. Then they need to pay an extra fee. They paid everything. I mean, they were fantastic since day one. So that's why I appreciate them because of that, the first impression. And their fragrances have really good quality. Like, I was quite impressed. My thoughts about that receiving free bottles. I don't see any wrong of that. No matter the brand, I don't see any wrong if I'm receiving a free bottle from God knows who. Um, I don't see any wrong as long as you disclaim that, like, hey guys, I received a free bottle for review purposes, but my opinion will be my own. I will tell you how this scent smells. I will tell you how if I would purchase this fragrance or not. If you see my videos of Hal Haramain, most of them I'm telling you that I would not purchase them. So there's that. I mean, if you are honest in the end, if you are transparent, it's okay. Just say, I received this bottle for free. So, and then you as a viewer take that as a grain of salt, with a grain of salt. It's how it is. I don't see a big drama around that. As a man, how do you approach talking to others about fragrances? I love talking about fragrances with other people, quite honestly. Um, and it's quite funny when, especially when you're talking with people that are not very into fragrances. And at least from my experience, when I start talking about fragrances, niche perfumes, and people are really paying attention, like, wow, that's amazing. Yeah, like that's hilarious. I love talking about perfumes in general, and I don't have any problem with that. Hey, I don't even have any problem to wear um, perfumes marked towards a woman. I think all fragrances are unisex, so I just love talking about fragrances in general. Well, hey, that's why we are already almost 1 hour and 18 minutes here. Eva Moreau, it's a good reviewer, great channel. I need to check that out. I need to check her out. Eva Moreau. Have you ever tried a perfume from the famous Arab brand Abdul Samad Al Qarash? No, never, but I already heard great things about them. They are a legendary Middle Eastern house, but I don't hear a lot of talk about it in the community. Really, but I already heard people talking about that, and even in Instagram as well. So I'm familiar with the existence of that fragrance house, but never tried any offerings from them. I agree. Yes, that's the thing. I mean, do Alexandria, Parfums Vintage. I mean, that creativity is above zero. Uh, but hey, it's how it is. If you have people interested in that type of fragrances, then you have a business, and nothing against them. To be honest, I don't have anything against them, but it's just concept. I don't agree with the concept. Talking about that, I never never told you this, but there was a brand, Oishu, no, not Oishu, but there was some reviewers talking about that one. It's basically the Sandbird version, the Europe Sandbird version, where you have a monthly supply of 8 mil travel atomizers and of all type of fragrances. And this was like 3 4 months ago. They reached me out, not Scentbird, but like the Scentbird, like the version of Europe of Scentbird, and they reached me out saying if I was interested to review their concept to, and they would send me a lot of fragrances, those 8 mil atomizers and travel size atomizers, and I rejected because quite honestly, why I would recommend you something that myself I don't believe in. I really would not pay like 16 euros per month to receive like 8 mil fragrance for that. I prefer to pay full bottles. I prefer to have just samples rather than just pay like 16 euros per month and to receive like whatever fragrance. So I rejected them, but because I didn't agree with it was not me. I would not do that. I would not purchase that. So if I would not do it, so why I would recommend you to do so. So that's how I work basically. One house for a year. Which do you pick? One house for a year. Um, one house. Oh man, one house. That's hard. That could be video even. But one house. Guerlain. Guerlain, definitely. I like the channel of My World of Fragrance as well. She has reviewed many Sergio fragrances as well as Maison Francisco Chan. Zero hype, zero hype, very in-depth reviews, great female reviewer. You might want to check her out. Oh, okay. So I need to check Eva Moreau and My World of Fragrance. Okay, noted. What perfume got you negative reactions from people? Ambra Aurea. From Profumo Roma. Well, I need to say, I went very heavy on the sprays. I did like what 6 sprays, and I was in a bus, and there was a woman saying, "Ooh, the smell of this perfume around here, it's awful." And I was like, I didn't say anything, of course, but I knew it was me. So yeah, that was the negative reaction. Have you tried Orange Sanguine? Yes, I did. A while back, a while ago, but I tried and it's a very realistic orange juice. The performance, yes, the performance it's very poor, but the there it's very realistic. The orange note in there it's very realistic, so definitely it's worth it. If you enjoy citrusy and orange, specifically top scents, orange and green, it's the way to go. Yeah. Oh, James Scott saying Cullen. I don't like that one. Abbey Rouge Low. Abbey Rouge Low. Abbey Rouge Low. No, I never tried that one. I only tried the Eau de Toilette, which I love, and the Eau de Parfum. I like, but I prefer the Eau de Toilette. So I never tried Low, actually. Although I already saw great deals of Low, but never pulled the trigger, so I don't know how it smells like. But I think if you love that scent character, that type of scent, so I think you will good. You will be good. Hello, Lyndon. Good night. Great to see you. Have you tried any Navitus? No, and I'm not interested. Quite frankly, I'm not very interested. But no, never tried it. Do you like Guerlain Héritage? Love it, especially the Eau de Toilette. I have a review of Guerlain Héritage Eau de Toilette. Love that one. Fantastic patchouli, woody scents, very masculine, sophisticated, classy. I love that one. To be honest, Kalan was pushed in our faces. Hmm? Kalan was pushed in our faces a lot, and if you had the courage to say that it's bad, they tried to make it seem like the next thing, and many reviewers I love lost their credibility due to. Yes, I mean, unfortunately, sometimes we have that more and more. We have that, but it's how I told you. see reviewers when you are watching a review, take it with a grain of salt always. Either because maybe they're not being very honest, and if they are, I mean, the experience, taste, it's always different, always. Even if we have similar tastes, but there's always a fragrance that we will differ. So always check by yourself and take our reviews with a grain of salt. But Kalna, definitely horrible, horrible. Like on my skin, it's noxious. I mean, it gave me a headache even. So not great at all. I'm looking forward to smell the signature release of Tom Ford's Beau de Jour. Well, actually, I'm very happy to know that Beau de Jour it's going to the signature line because I think it's not worth the price tag of private blend. It's a solid barbershop scent, but still, for example, if I want a type of scent, that type of scent character, uh, Caron pour un homme, outstanding and quite affordable. But nonetheless, Beau de Jour, it's outstanding and definitely it's worth right now the price tag in the signature line, definitely. So yes, it has even yes, its price has ombre leather and it has the same bottle. It's clear. It has a clear bottle. It's like gray vetiver, but with the bottle of ombre leather. Have you seen any new Givenchy Gentleman? Was it? Yes, I already saw that fragrance to be around in the online. Well, to be in the Fragrantica. I wanted to say Fragrantica Parfumo. I already saw that it's like newsflash, like it will be released, but I never saw it. I still didn't try it. So, but very curious. I mean, that note breakdown seems very interesting. It has patchouli, has leather, has iris. So interesting. It has woody notes, of course, the modern woods. So yes, overall, I'm curious to try it. What's your number one hot weather cologne? Acqua di Sale. Man, so good. By Profumum Roma. But you need to enjoy salty aquatic fragrances. I want to try Hermes, but performance makes me feel like I'm not getting a great bargain. Which Hermes should I try first? Terre d'Hermes. But if you want a classy, sophisticated, long-lasting fragrance, and if you love leather, Bellamy. Bellamy, it's fantastic. Bellamy vetiver as well. Bellamy, it's a very spicy leather fragrance, very aromatic. Bellamy vetiver, the spiciness, it's toned down. And you have vetiver, of course, with leather. It's outstanding. Those two have fantastic performance. Um, Terre d'Hermès Parfum, Parfum version, also great performance. I mean, of course, the projection is not that great, but still the longevity is very good. Um, so yeah, I would go with those three to check out. Olá, Rodrigo. Algum perfume amado por todos que você não gosta? Okay, so Rodrigo just asked if there's a perfume that's loved by everyone but I don't like. Um, I mean, again, like if you are talking about fragrance community, just I would say Baccarat Rouge 540 again. But a fragrance that it's loved by everyone overall that I don't like. Well, it's not that I don't like, but I really don't care. It's well, Dior Sauvage, and not being snobbish. It's really because I just prefer Bleu de Chanel or de Parfum, and it's that. Is Ensemble Mythique a feminine scent? No, Ensemble Mythique it's the best ambergris scent or note that I ever tried in a perfume. It's so buttery, salty. The rose note in there, it's outstanding. It's wonderful. It doesn't have incense. On some mythic, it's mysterious incense, but doesn't have incense, although you can see a impression of incense in there. It's mysterious and it's unisex. For me, masterpiece material right there. Ensemble Mythique by Guerlain. It was my very first fragrance from Les Absolus d'Orient collection, and it was love at first sniff. Fantastic. What's your favorite Guerlain fragrance? Well, that's hard. Favorite Guerlain, man, too many, but hmm, it's between Ensemble Mythique, Bois Mystérieux, and Rose Nacrée du Désert. Between those three. But well, because we are talking about Ensemble Mythique, let's pick Ensemble Mythique. Caron pour un homme. It's fantastic. It's on my wish list actually. And again, another house. It's a niche house actually. Um, and it's another house that I never care about because I thought it was too old manish, too mature for me. And when I tried Caron pour un homme, oh man, that lavender, it's out of this world. I mean, it's green, but it's the lavender, it's so thick. I never experienced such a thick, realistic lavender and the natural smelling lavender. And you have another one from Caron that it's underrated. No one is talking about that fragrance. I never saw any reviews of that one. It's Parfum Sacré by Caron. It's marketed towards women, but it's unisex. It's a balsamic resinous magic. It's fantastic. Shalimar, another one, fantastic one. I want to try more of Hermès perfumes for men. Which three would you recommend to me with great longevity and sillage? It's like I told before, like I said before, Bellamy, Bellamy Vetiver, um, Voyage, the Eau de Parfum concentration, um, Rocabar, Rocabar, it's another one. And yeah, those fragrances are have that classic undertone in there, and it's fantastic quality, but they have more than take. They have more than notes in there that's rounding um, that old school type of sense. So I would recommend definitely again Bellamy, Rockabad, Bellamy Vetiver, and Voyage Eau de Parfum. Voyage, it's much more recent, but the previous ones are more classic. Heritage or Chalimar. Only can pick one. Heritage or Chalimar. Man, Heritage or Chalimar. I will do with Chalimar. Vanilla, Animalic. And talking about Animalic, Fragrance Journey. Shout out to you, my friend. Well, actually, this video is about fragrance journey. We were in the beginning, since then we're talking about random things, but we were talking about our fragrance journey, where we started and where we are right now in our fragrance journey. If you are more into niche, more designer, more indie perfumes, it's more about our how it's been our fragrance journey. Do you watch the channel Smelling Great Fragrances? Yes, it's one of my favorites. And shout outs to Fragrance Journey also. Fantastic channel. Check him out. He's more in his more skanky, funky fragrances, more daring fragrances, but definitely great guy and fantastic collection. Robert has a fantastic collection and love his live streams as well, so check him out. But yes, Sebastian from Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews, it's a great reviewer. Insane collection and insane perfume holes. Go with Heritage, it's better. I mean, yes, I mean, it depends. In terms of scent alone, I would go with Chalimar, and maybe because of the history that it's behind Chalimar. But if you want a more masculine, classy, gentleman type of scent, definitely Heritage. But both, you can't go wrong with either. What's your thoughts on Maison Francis Courtin? Personal, I have been blown away yet. Also happened. What happened to that beautiful blonde that used to be? Well, talking about Maison Francis Courtin, I like the house. Not my favorite, but I have still a couple of them. I have Gansois, I have Oud Satin Mood, love both. Lumière Noire pour Homme, it's a rose patchouli combo, and also Aqua Vitae Forte. But I'm dying to try Absolute pour le Soir and Ciel de Gomme. They are more exclusive fragrances. I think you can just purchase those two fragrances in their online store, in their website. But I'm dying to try those two fragrances. About the blondie, my girlfriend, she's in Lithuania. Last time she appeared in this channel was in the live stream. Hmm, it was my last live stream. No, my second live stream. It was my second live stream. It's in the end. She appears in the end. She's there. Oh, she's fine, and she will be back soon. If you ever smell Petit Matin, I'm curious. Petit Matin, man, I tried it, but it was long ago. To be honest, I don't remember exactly how it smells right now and how was my reaction back then. But yes, I know I already tried it, but can't remember how it smelled like exactly. Vetiver Extreme is very nice, and my favorite fragrance from Guerlain is Abbey Rouge. Yes, it's fantastic. Another classic scent. I have that one, the Eau de Toilette. It's my favorite. I prefer my favorite from the Abbey Rouge line, although I really do enjoy the dress code version, but I just have for now the Eau de Toilette, which I prefer to the Eau de Parfum. Um, fantastic, fantastic scent. Good evening. You're welcome, Fragrance Journey. You're welcome. Very glad to see you stopping by. Uh, okay, MS, but still, thank you so much for stopping by. Are you gonna do a collect video? Yes, I need to do that video. I mean, if that's one video that even my friends are asking for, it's a collect video. Yes, I this year definitely I will do that. I still don't know how I will do it. I mean, I don't know if I will like show the fragrances or if I would just pass the camera like through the collection and talking just in general about them. That's the only thing that I don't know how it will do. Mr. Lima, have you tried Dunhill Icon, which was composed by Carlos Benahim, master perfumer? This Dunhill Icon, it's fantastic. I don't have that one actually, but Icon, it's wonderful, and I think it has Neroli. It has vibes of Terre Hermes, but it's still different from it. It's the best from the Icon line, in my opinion. Perfect for all year round. It's very versatile sense and good performance. Very masculine, fresh, clean, and yet woody. I mean, fantastic sense. Very solid. Initio ut for greatness. Have you? Oh yes. No, there's no wood in it. It's more Baccarat Rouge for greatness, something like that. No, I think it's not worth it. Initio overall, it's a fragrance house that didn't do nothing for me. But well, I think Oud for greatness, not at all. I already gave them three chances and three shots, and no, definitely no, no wood in there. And it's very similar to Baccarat Rouge in my opinion, which I don't like. But okay, Absolute Aphrodisiac. They have another one which is very praised, um, that I don't remember right now. But yes, okay, I will still give another shot to other offerings. But overall, it's not a house that impressed me all that much. What do you think of Cuir de Russie by Chanel? Is there something in the same lane out there? Oh, Cuir de Russie, it's a classic in the leathers. But in all honesty, if you want a classic leather, Knitse 10. Tea, man, that fragrance, it's fantastic. I tried that fragrance last year and I was thinking to pull the trigger actually, but well, I didn't. I ended up not doing it, but it's a wonderful, wonderful leather scent. It very classy. It has that old school type of accord or character. It's a scent. It's a old school scent character. It has that, but it. I don't know. Like it's. Of course, it's not. It was already reformulated, so it feels quite modern at the same time, and yet for today's standards, I think it's a wonderful leather. Very classy, masculine, mature, definitely. But if you want a classy leather scent, Knitse 10. Uh, I don't know why I feel that some reviewers brands are actually secretly the investment of a big conglomerate. Time will tell. The snow will melt and all will. Yes, I mean that's so true. That's the thing. There's no reason. I feel in this hobby, there's no reason to not be, no reason to not be transparent, to not be honest. Um, but like I'm telling you, and I'm still pushing it, always look reviewers with a grain of salt. And I say this against me, always see them with a grain of salt because tastes are different. Our tastes will be different and are different. Um, and although I will always, I mean, I don't have any reasons to not be honest with you. Like if someone send me a bottle, free bottle for review purposes, I will just give you my honest opinion and that's it. You might not enjoy that because I receive a free bottle, but like always, our experiences are different, our tastes are different, so take always our videos or my videos specifically with a grain of salt. But nonetheless, of course, if you're not honest, I mean, the truth will come up. My scent of the day is Hermès un jardin sur le toit. Oh, okay. I tried that one long time ago. Like I don't even remember how it smells. I had from that line. I just have un jardin, a Méditerranée. Jesus. um, um, and it's a fig. It's a fig leaf scent. I love that one. Petit Matin is one of my favorite MFKs. Oh, okay, nice. Do you wear designers? Of course, I wear designers. I mean, Dior Homme Parfum right here. Um, Zadig et Voltaire. This is him. Also have here Gucci Intense Oud, and many more. Dior Homme, the original. Chanel's, Guerlain. I mean, Guerlain. I mean, there's a debate if it's designer niche, but well, um, I mean, even YSL like Rive Gauche, Opium, pour Homme, Eau de Parfum. I mean, there's a lot of great, fantastic designer fragrances. Guerlain Homme, Le Boisé or Hermès Intense Vetiver, Le Boisé. Hands down. That lime, mint, vetiver, it knocks Hermes Intense Vetiver out of the water, like hands down. Low Boisé, and it's cheaper. Even you can find for a very affordable price. So Low Boisé, it's fantastic, and quality wise, I think Low Boisé is superior. João, go with Joe. Would go with Guerlain, which is better than Boisé. Better performance and sillage, very classy, sophisticated. Oh yes, also Guerlain Eau de Parfum is also quite good. I have that one actually in the older bottle size. How many fragrances do you buy a year, and do you set a budget? Trying to control my spending, or my wife is trying. um, I actually like. I usually tend to be in the two, three fragrances per month, and it depends on the fragrances. I mean, it's not that I have a budget per se, but it's more like I don't want to go further. I have a limit of amount of fragrances per month. More that. But I mean, it depends. It depends. For example, I don't want to spend per month thinking wisely of last year how it was. I mean, maybe 200 euros max. Yeah, maybe. So that's it. But yeah, like again, we have bills. Bills come first. Our tax obligations come first. I mean, fragrances. It's a hobby, pure and simple. It's a passion, and if it starts to be more than that, then it starts to be an issue, and then it's where the addiction thing comes. So always, and I always think like that. First, I need to pay everything that I need to pay, and then if I have some money spared, then okay, I will go with fragrances, and that's it. But always, first there are taxes, first there are other obligations to pay, and then comes the rest. Have smelled a sample of Oud for Greatness. My mother and my sister disliked it. Hasasi Ashline is worlds above. Yes! Preach, Martin. Yes, I have that one. The Hasasi Oud Indonesia. I have that one. It's one of my favorite oud based scents, and it's so underrated. Actually, I need to review that one. I blind bought that one based on a review of Nikhil from Exotic Scents. Fantastic, exquisite taste that, and it's his knowledge for oud perfumes. It's outstanding. So I purchased based on his review, and wow, what an incredible oud with ginger, bergamot, black tea leaf, wonderful scent. And it's far superior to many niche oud fragrances. Eh, how you tried Cuirantons? Have it, love it. Finally, Guerlain has a proper leather scent. Finally, I see Cuirantons has a mix of Ensemble Mythique with that Garlenade in there, but definitely it's like Ensemble Mythique with lots of leather. It's wonderful. I love it. YSL Opium pour Homme de Parfum. It's one of my favorites from Yves Saint Laurent. Do you know? Do you know of a scent that smells futuristic? Futuristic, perfume that smells futuristic. I don't know, maybe Alien Man. Maybe. Have you ever visited Grasse? No, no. But of course, I plan someday to take a perfume making course. Never. Well, if I would do that, it's based on curiosity, pure and simple, based on passion. But definitely, I want to be in Grasse. Futuristic Mortal Skin. I would not say that Mortal Skin is futuristic, but oh, okay. What's a scent that you love on your girlfriend? Oh, that I love, but my girlfriend doesn't. Uh, oh man, and we talked about that in a previous live stream. Um, a fragrance that she doesn't love. Oh well, she doesn't like this one that much. Jerome Parfum, actually, it was a shock for me. Like she was like, "Nah, it's okay. Like nothing much." Another one she doesn't like. It's Beaufort Lignum Vitae. She hates that one. Also another one, La Yukowan by Hasasi. No, it's another like I'm not allowed to wear that one, but of course I wear. What's a good fragrance to wear as a teen? Versace Eros, Jean Paul Gaultier Ultramal, um, even Allure Homme Chanel Allure Homme Sport Allure Homme Edition Blanche, also quite solid. for a teenager. I mean, it's a fantastic fragrance. Yeah, more into those type of fragrances. Also, like Hugo Boss, the scent Private Accord, really good for teenagers. So yeah, thoughts on Gucci Guilty Absolute? It's very challenging, very challenging. It's leather with vetiver, but it's quite challenging. Although I learned to appreciate it, and I will grab a bottle because I don't know. There's rumors that it will be discontinued, which I understand. Like, I don't see that. I mean, kudos to Gucci to do something different. At least that, but I understand that the sales may not be good. Do you know the baby perfume? Oh no, para mi bebé. No, no. And it's so funny. Yes, actually, para mi bebé. Never heard about that one. What is the Fred most complimented by my girlfriend? Um, hmm. Well, it will be between Roseno Mateo 5. I did a review of this one. It's floral, ambery, and musky. And another one, Tobacco Vanille. Fantastic. Oh, actually, that is one fragrance that it's hands down one of my most complimented fragrances from Tom Ford, Plum Japonais. She doesn't like, and I was like, what? It's fantastic. Not really, for her. Perfume oils to train my nose. No, I just tried a lot of fragrances, with, for example, let's say Jerome Parfum. It's very prominent in leather and iris. So fragrances that are very prominent in a certain note. I try to smell a lot of those type of fragrances, but I already had experience with that. I already been in a class with Ramon Moregal. I already been with a Portuguese perfumeur. He just created one fragrance, but still he has the perfume course or perfume degree, whatever. But yes, he is. It's Lucena, Lorenz Lucena, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I had also a class with him, and he had like the oils like Ramon Regal had, but with Ramon Regal, like he had oud, pure oud oil, extract. I mean, rose extract. I mean, you name it, vanilla. It was a fantastic experience, actually. Favorite surge off? Oh man, so many. But favorite surge off? I will go with Casamorati, 1888. What's your opinion on Tom Ford Metallic? Um, it's good, but I think it's a type of scent that will grow on you. It's not the type of fragrance that you will love at first sniff. It's very floral. It's very. It has, I think, by the name, maybe it has a metallic nuance in it, but it's very floral. It's creamy. It can lean more feminine than masculine, and maybe there's the most challenging part because of its strong white floral compounds. But nonetheless, it's not a bad scent per se. It's not a bad scent. I think it's a fragrance that will grow on you. What's your thoughts on M7? Have you smelled the original? Yes, actually, I did. This and Gucci Vina are my two favorite designers. Yes, actually, I had the opportunity to try the original M7. Groundbreaking. I can see that release being groundbreaking back then. But yes, very good fragrance actually. Never tried Envy though. Oh, it's my pleasure, Langdon. My pleasure. Um, guys, we are like 2 hours in here. It's insane. I think I will wrap this up. I will just read the last messages. Let me see. Favorite fragrance knockoffs. Um, I don't know, knockoffs. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Laventure, Laventure Night by Al Haramain. It's a great alternative to Green Outer Street. Laventure, the original one, it's a great alternative to Creed Ventus. Um, more, yeah, those are the ones that come to my mind right now. But yeah, for example, Tom Ford favorites, Tobacco Vanille right here, Plum Japonais, um, Vert de Bois, Tobacco Wood, Oud Wood, Noir de Noir, Black Orchid, Tom Ford from Extreme. I mean, the list goes on. I love Tom Ford. It's one of my favorite designer. Fragrance house. A lot of fragrances that I love. You need to get your nose on Sergio Casamorati Italica. Yes, I need. Yes, I need. I love Gourmand fragrances, and I'm always hearing that that's one of the best Gourmand fragrances ever. But it's an exclusive scent. But I really love to try that one. Good night. Well, guys, thank you so much for sticking, for being with me like 2 hours. I mean, really, you are in here, the best ones. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm already a bit tired, to be honest. And tomorrow I will upload a review of By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. On Sunday, I will release a video of fragrances that were love at first sniff, niche and designer. So keep tuning in, and thank you so much again to stopping by, guys. You are the best. Thank you so much for your support. Good night. Yes, and we will see you in the next live stream. Maybe I will do a live stream on Sunday. So keep tuning in. Ciao, guys.